Good morning, children. Welcome to you all to today's session, to today's class. I hope we will have a wonderful class today. I also guess that all of you are in a good mood today, and if you are not, I will make it. There is a saying, you can learn something new every day if you listen. Again, I am repeating this quotation. You can learn something new every day if you listen. So I hope you all will listen everything carefully and try to learn something new from this class today. So in the beginning of the class, just now I have shared a picture. My screen is visible to everyone, and this picture, 7 pictures are there on my screen. You have to find the odd one out. Ananya Rishita, can you find out which one is the odd one out here?
Ma'am, image number 5 is the odd one out.
Can you give the reason why it is the odd one?
Ma'am, because rest of the pictures are of summer season, but picture number 5 is of rainy season, so it's the odd one out.
Yes, well answered. This is the right answer. All others are showing the summer season, whereas picture number 5 that reflects a scenery of rainy season. Moving to the next picture, Rajat. Rajat Raj, can you find out the odd one out here?
Ma'am, here the odd one out is the 3-number picture.
Why?
Ma'am, because it is of summer season, whereas the other pictures of rainy season.
You are very correct. That number 3 that shows summer season, where rest are showing rainy season. Then moving to the next one, Prabjot. Can you answer which one is the odd one out here, Prabjot?
Ma'am, picture number 4 is the odd one out.
Picture number 4. Why?
Ma'am, because all other rest of the others are of rainy season.
Yes. Picture number 4 is of rainy season and rest are of winter season. And winter season is right now going on. So from this, why I am showing you about the pictures of different season, dear children, we are going to discuss about the chapter climate today. And in this chapter, you are going to learn about the different seasons. But before you learn about all these, two technical terms are there. One is weather and one is climate. First, you should know what is weather and what is climate. So, weather means the state of atmosphere over an area at any point of time. That means it refers to the state of atmosphere of a smaller place and for a short period of time. Here I have taken one example itself of Talcher and Angul. We are living in Talcher in Angul district. So today's temperature maximum, it is being forecasted 31 degrees Celsius, whereas minimum 14 degrees Celsius. Atmospheric pressure today is 1014 MB millibar. Wind speed 3 km per hour. Humidity is only 56%, just 50% you can say, and precipitation. That's why when humidity is about only 50%, air is not saturated. That's why precipitation or rainfall is not expected. So chances of rainfall is not there. So from here you can understand weather means the state of atmosphere at any point of time. It may be in the morning, it may be in the noon, or it may be in the evening or night. At any point of time when we are discussing, we are telling about the weather condition or atmospheric condition, then that is called as weather. But then what is climate? Climate refers to the sum total of atmospheric condition over a large place over a long period of time. That long period means that should be more than 35 years. It has been observed that already all of you know that India is the 7th largest country. This is a very large area. So over India, every year it has been observed that monsoon wind always approaching or arriving India in the month of June, and accordingly all other seasons are being modified. So that is why India is known to have a monsoonal climate. In the same way, throughout the world, some places have equatorial climate, some places have humid subtropical climate or continental climate. Some are having maritime climate, some are having polar climate or arid climate. So depending on their location, depending on the condition of the wherever the place is located, atmospheric condition, it is said that what type of climatic condition they have. I hope both weather and climate terms both are clear to you, but just we can say that from this chapter what we are going to learn. Now in front of you, one mind map is there, concept map we can say, what we are going to study from this chapter, from today's session specially. In the left side it is written elements of weather and climate, and in the right side it is written climatic controls. Roshni, what are the points written for elements of weather and climate? Can you read it loudly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, and precipitation.
Yes, very good. That means elements of weather, it remains, it may be weather, may be climate. It is same for both. The element means we refer to temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation. Whereas what does the climatic controls include? Here, Ananya Pritilagna, can you read what is written in this side?
Yes, ma'am. The climatic controls are latitude, altitude, distance from sea, relief features, pressure and wind, ocean currents.
Yes, these are the climatic controls, and now we are going to discuss. Here climatic control means the factors which are responsible for changing climatic condition over places. It may be throughout the world. Even if we should concentrate over India, because your specially standard 9 that is related to Indian climate. So why the climate of a place that varies from place to place, that we are going to study from here. But before that, let me show you how regionally the climatic condition varies. Just in one glance you will get it, how it varies. Look at your screen. I hope it is visible to everyone. Just see.
The climate of India varies greatly from place to place. The northern regions are cold. The western states are very hot. Coastal regions are hot and humid, while the northeastern parts of the country are cool and wet.
Just you see in this map of India is given. So if you look at the northern part of India, as you know in chapter 2, you have already studied about the different physical features of India. So here northern mountain or Himalayas is there in the north. So because of this, as the average height is above 6,000 meters, this is a colder area. Northern mountains, if we compare with rest of the landforms, it is very cool. And if we think about northwestern part, it is the Thar desert is located there in Rajasthan. So this part is very hot and dry. If we go to northeastern part, rainier part, we can say during the monsoon season it receives the highest average rainfall of the world. So that is why this part is the wettest place we can say in India. And if you will think about the peninsular plateau, the southern plateau, as it lies within the tropical area, that's why it experiences a tropical climate, and as it is being surrounded by seas and oceans from all sides, that's why it experiences hot and humid climate. So further we will discuss about the climatic controls one by one. All of you watch it carefully.
The climate of India varies greatly from place to place. For instance, the extreme climate of Delhi is very different from that of Mumbai, which experiences moderate temperatures throughout the year. Let's look at some of the factors that affect the climate of India. Click a tab to learn more.
Just now you have seen that Mumbai is located here, and you have also seen Delhi is located here. It may be about Jaipur, it may be about Patna. So if you see, it may be about Srinagar. So throughout India, the places, if you think about the temperature condition or the rainfall or precipitation, or we can say humidity level, everything varies from each other. And why is it? That we are going to learn here in form of climatic controls. So first we will discuss about latitude as a climatic control. How latitude
The
is
Tropic of
represented.
Cancer that passes through India divides the Indian subcontinent into almost two parts. Due to this, the areas north of the Tropic of Cancer do not have the midday sun directly overhead at any time of the year. In contrast, the areas south of the Tropic of Cancer have the midday sun directly overhead at least twice in a year. Consequently, the northern part lies in the temperate zone, which gives it a warm temperate climate. Summers are hot and winters are cold in this region. On the other hand, the southern part lies in the tropical zone. As a result, it is warmer than the northern part. It does not have a well-defined winter season.
So dear children, it has been explained here so nicely about how the latitude is affecting the climate of India. But before that, I want to, already you have studied in chapter 1, so let me revise. You know which important parallel of latitude is passing through India? It is Tropic of, which is that? Tropic of, complete it, Tropic of, yes? You are not guessing it correctly. So Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. So when Tropic of Cancer is passing through the middle of the country, just you see, here I am drawing, I hope it is visible to everyone. So when Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, now you name the state one by one. You'll tell me which states had this. Number 1, who can say this? Which state is this? Which
Gujarat.
state? Gujarat, very correct.
Gujarat.
Yes, number 2,
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan. Yes, third one,
Madhya Pradesh.
yes, Madhya Pradesh. And fourth one,
Chhattisgarh.
Chhattisgarh. Fifth one,
Jharkhand.
Jharkhand. The sixth one,
West Bengal.
West Bengal. Yes, the seventh one,
Tripura.
correct.
Tripura.
Yes, and the eighth one,
Mizoram.
Mizoram. So these are the 8 states through which Tropic of Cancer is passing. So because of this, the northern part of this entire northern part that experiences temperate climate, whereas southern part experiences tropical climate. It lies in the tropical area. So that's why it experiences tropical climate. Let me further show you. So I hope all of you know that Earth has 2 motions. What are the 2 motions? Can anyone answer? What are the 2 motions of the Earth?
Rotation and revolution.
Yes, very correct. Rotation and revolution. What is rotation?
When the earth rotates around its own axis, it's called as rotation.
Very correct. Because of rotation, what happened?
Day and night occur.
Very well answered. Well answered. Then what about revolution? What is revolution?
When the Earth revolves around the sun axis is known as revolution.
Okay, when the sun moves around the, when the earth moves around the sun on its orbit, That is called as revolution. Because of revolution, what is caused?
Season
Different
occurs.
Seasonal changes. Yes, seasonal changes takes place. So as you know, Earth is spherical in shape, and while rotating on its orbit, it rotates in an inclined axis. Inclined axis means it always tilted about 23 half degree to its orbital plane. So that's why what happens, suppose this is your equator and this is your Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is located at 23 half degree north and Tropic of Capricorn is located at 23 half degree south. So what happened while rotating around the sun, revolving around the sun, what happened? The direct rays of the sun is being received by the tropical area because this always faces the sun. That's why direct rays fall over the tropical area. So when direct rays of the sun fall over tropical region, that's why throughout the year, these are the, you can say, humid, hot and humid, even if they receive heavy rainfall. So they receive direct rays of the sun and they are warmer than other areas, than the temperate region. In India especially, already I told you that when Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, so what happened? This part, this northern part, that is having temperate climate or subtropical climate, whereas this southern half, it is having tropical climate because direct rays of the sun falls over this area. So India experiences both tropical and subtropical climate. Then again we'll move to the next point, the climatic control. So first one we have discussed about latitude, how it affects. The second one we are going to discuss about
Generally,
altitude.
the temperature decreases with an increase in altitude. An increase of 166 meters in altitude causes the temperature to drop by 1 degree. Mountains are therefore cooler than the plains. For instance, even though Kodaikanal is situated in the tropical zone, it is cooler than the surrounding cities because it is situated at an altitude of more than 2,000 meters above sea level.
Just this Kodaikanal is located in Tamil Nadu. If you think about Mount Abu, some of you might have visited. Mount Abu is in Aravalli range of Rajasthan. It is very close to the third desert. If you think about in Odisha, can anyone say which place is known as the Kashmir of Odisha? Which place is known as
Daringbadi.
Very correct, Daringbadi. So Daringbadi, it may be Daringbadi, it may be that is located over Gandhamardhan Parvat. Then Kodaikanal, it may be like this is Mount Abu or like any hill station located in the northern plain. As they are higher than the plain areas, because of this, they are cooler than the other areas. Why they are cooler? There is one reason. Why mountains are cooler than the other type of landforms? Because you have heard about normal lapse rate. Have you heard about normal lapse rate? What is normal lapse rate? In standard 6-7 you have studied. Normal lapse rate means when you go high in the troposphere, that means about when you reach about 166 meter of ascent, when you'll go high, 1 degree Celsius of temperature will decrease with every 166.5 meter of ascent. So if you'll go further high, further 1 degree Celsius will decrease. So if you think it may be Kodaikanal, it is more than 2000 meter of height. So when you are going high, so that's why first thing air density decreases along with the temperature also decreases 1 degree Celsius. That's why hill stations are cooler during the summer days. People prefer to visit those places during the summer season. Then moving to the next factor, That is the distance from sea, how distance from sea affects the climate of a place.
The
Let's
distance
observe.
of a place from the sea also influences the climate. The sea has a moderating effect on the climate of places near the coastline. This happens due to the differential rate of cooling and heating of both the land and the sea. This gives rise to the land and sea breeze, which in turn moderates the climate of coastal regions. India is surrounded by water bodies from 3 sides: the Bay of Bengal, the Arabian Sea, and the Indian Ocean are the reason why the monsoon winds can collect moisture and bring heavy rainfall to the region, besides helping to moderate the climate. As a result, the city of Mumbai, which is located near the sea, experiences maritime climate with moderate temperatures throughout the year. The temperature here hardly drops below 15 degrees centigrade. In contrast, Nagpur, which is also in the tropical zone, experiences continental climate as it is far away from the moderating influence of the sea. Summers are very hot, whereas winters are extremely cold and dry.
So all of you have just seen how distance from sea matters. Southern part of India, especially peninsular India, it is being surrounded by seas and oceans from all the sides. In the west, Arabian Sea is there. In the east, Bay of Bengal is there. And to the south, Indian Ocean is located. So what happened? All of you knows that if we compare land with sea or water bodies, land gets heated more quickly than the water bodies and also cools faster than the water bodies. So during the daytime, the lands get heated more quickly than the water bodies. So what happened? When land get heated, that means over the land, the air which is present that expands and rises up. So here low pressure shell is created. By that time, seawater is cooler. So that's why over seas or ocean, high pressure cells are located during that time. So what happened? The air circulation now begins from high pressure to low pressure areas. So wind will move from high pressure area to towards the low pressure area, from the sea to towards the land. So from sea to towards the land it is blowing. That's why it is known as sea breeze. But during the night time, during the evening time, the lands now it cools down very fast. So when land gets cooled down, that means over the land, now pressure condition just becomes the reverse. Over the land, high pressure cell develops, and over the seas, by that time seawater is warmer. It takes little time to cool down. So over the seas, what happened? There, as it is warmer, low pressure, relatively low pressure cell develops. So now wind direction, wind begins to blow from land to towards the sea. So this is as it is blowing from land to sea, that is why it is called as land breeze. And this circulation continues throughout the day and night, throughout different seasons. That's why the coastal areas, they have a moderate type of climate. Whereas the places like Nagpur is written here, it may be Delhi, it may be Patna, it may be Jaipur. Those places are away from the influence of seas or oceans. They are not being influenced by this moderating effect. So that's why they are having continental type of climate. They are very hot in summer and very cold in winter. But those places which are nearer to sea, they have moderate winter and even moderate summer. They never get too hot or too cold during different seasons. So moving to the next factor, that is the relief feature we are going to discuss.
The Himalayas in the north play a major role in shaping the climate of India. They shield the entire Indian subcontinent from extreme cold winds blowing from Central Asia during the winters. The Himalayas also trap the southwest monsoon winds and bring rainfall to the Indo-Gangetic plains of India. On the other hand, areas north of the Himalayas receive very little rain as they fall in the rain shadow area of the mountain range. Without these mountains, the Indian subcontinent would not have had such fertile plains. Various other relief features in the country also influence the climate of India. For example, the Western Ghats act as a barrier to the southwest monsoon winds and hence cause heavy rainfall on the windward side, while the Deccan Plateau, which falls in the rain shadow area, gets little or no rainfall. Similarly, the Aravalli Hills in the northwestern part of India run parallel to the path taken by the southwest monsoons. As a result, the moisture-laden winds skip western Rajasthan, making the region very dry and desert-like. So also in the northeastern part of India, South Assam gets heavy rainfall, but the northern hills get very little rain as they fall in the rain shadow region.
Just very nicely it has been explained here how the different relief features of India is being affecting the climatic condition of India. So different relief features are there. So to begin with, in the north, Himalayas are there. So this Himalaya, what role does it play? The wind, the cold wind which is blowing from Central Asia, it gets obstructed by the Himalayas. That's why this cold, chilly wind, they are not able to enter India. And India experiences comparatively milder climate than the other countries. And again, the Himalayas, it prevents the monsoon wind from being blown away to other countries. So in India, monsoon rainfall is possible only because of this Himalayas. It is obstructing and causing widespread rain throughout India. And as you know, here in the western side of the peninsular plateau, here Western Ghats is located. So from the sea, when the moisture-laden wind, especially during the monsoon season, this Arabian Sea branch, when it approaches towards the land, here this Western Ghat, it obstructs this wind and causes widespread rain over the western coastal plains. And further, when this wind moves towards the north, here Aravalli range is located, and this lie parallel to the path of the monsoon wind. That's why Rajasthan becomes drier during the monsoon season. People think about the northeastern part of India, when from Bay of Bengal branch, wind proceeds towards the land. Here Garo, Khasi, Jaintia hills are located. So they obstruct, and here heavy rainfall takes place. So Mawsynram is the wettest place in the world, here located in the Meghalaya. And it further, because of this Himalayas, is further deflected towards the north. And as from the sea, it gets, the distance decreases, the moisture supply also decreases. So that's why rainfall decreases from east to west over the northern plains. So all this happens because of the relief features. Even if same thing like when this western side of the Western Ghats receives heavy rainfall, when the same wind reaches to the next side, here no rainfall, this side especially, this is known as rain shadow area of Western Ghat, and very less rainfall is caused. So in your mind might be the word is coming, what is the meaning of rain shadow area? Let me tell you, rain shadow area means, just suppose this is a mountain. So when the moisture-laden wind will blow towards the land, it will rise up, because when it has to go to the other side, it has to rise up in the air. So when it will rise up, already you have studied in standard 7. In troposphere, when we go high, up within every 166 meter of ascent, 1 degree Celsius decreases. So when further it will be go ahead, the moisture content which are present here in form of vapor, temperature is decreasing. Now those vapor will changes to water droplets. So clouds will be formed, and in this side rainfall will be caused. But when the same wind will rise up and reach the other side, by that time the moisture content decreases, so this side it remains dry, or almost no rainfall is caused or very little rainfall is caused. So that's why this side is known as rain shadow area, and the side where rainfall is caused, that side is called as windward side. This is windward side, and whereas other side is called as rain shadow area. Rain shadow area, it does not receive rainfall or very scanty rainfall it receives, whereas windward side receives more rainfall. So I hope whatever I have discussed now, you have got a clear idea about all these. And before that, let me, whatever you understood, let me try to understand whether you are able to get everything or not. I'll ask you some questions. Let's have a quiz session. Which of the following is not one of the major controls of climate? Which one of the following is not one of the major?
Temperature.
Very correct. Temperature. Temperature, what is temperature? It is an element of weather and climate.
Element.
Yes, very correct. So next question. What generally happens to air temperature as we move from the equator to towards the poles? From equator to poles we are moving. What will happen to the temperature? The temperature will
Decreases.
very correct.
Decreases.
Yes, option A, it decreases. The next question. Only 2-3 are answering. I need more participation. How would be the climate of India in the absence of Himalayas? If Himalayas will not be there, what kind of climate will have?
Too cold and dry.
Too cold and dry.
Very correct.
Cold.
Excellent. Yes, it's the correct answer. Too cold and dry, because from Central Asia side, cold will enter India. Then from which sea the western cyclonic disturbances originated in winter season? This is not discussed. Yes, Mediterranean Sea.
Mediterranean.
Very correct. This is the Mediterranean Sea. So next one. Which of the following factors is responsible for Indian subcontinent to experiences comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia?
The Himalayas.
The Himalayas.
Yes, very correct. The Himalayas is the correct answer. Still 2-3 are answering. I need more participation. Boys, none of your boys is audible to me. Which latitude passes through the middle of our country, giving it the characteristic of tropical as well as subtropical climate?
Tropic of Cancer.
Tropic of Cancer.
Tropic of Cancer.
Yes, Tropic of Cancer is the correct answer. Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India. Then what type of climate does India have?
Tropical monsoon.
Yes,
Tropical.
yes, tropical
monsoon.
monsoon climate. It is the correct answer. Then next one. Fast flowing and narrow air currents are known as, this is not taught to you. Can you identify which one is the correct answer? Fast flowing and narrow air currents? Yes, rightly guessed. That is jet stream. They are called as jet stream. We will discuss in the next class about this. Then next one. Latitude and altitude of a place determine which of the following climatic elements of a place? Which one?
Pressure and wind system.
Pressure and wind system.
It's not only pressure and wind system, it also influences temperature. It
All
also,
of the above.
yes,
The-
very
All
correct.
of the above.
The correct answer will all of the above. The next one. Which of the following is not an element of weather and climate? Not an element. Which one of the following is not
Altitude.
correct? Altitude. Very quick answer. Last question. By what other name the Coriolis force known as? It is also not taught. Any guessing?
Farrell's law.
Correct.
Farrell's
Very
law.
correct. Very good.
Farrell's
Very
law.
good. Very good. It's Farrell's law. All the answers are being given so correctly. So moving to another game, I want that everybody should find out this one. So this is that shape is given from word cloud. Whatever the word which you come across in today's session, all those are placed in this. Can you identify the words? Some this
Latitude.
correct.
Altitude.
Yes, altitude. Himalayas.
Climatic controls.
Very correct.
Altitude.
Yes.
Relief.
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 Yes.
Distance from sea.
Yes, correct.
Climatic
Distance.
controls.
Very correct.
Atmosphere.
Yes, atmosphere. Coastal area is there.
Coastal areas.
Yes, coastal area. So these are some of the words which are being,
Distance from
yes, distance from sea. These are being there only to make you understand that whether you know this or not, whatever the keywords you are able to get or not. Then moving to an interesting activity. Here in this wheel, some elements are placed, some climatic controls are placed. You have to find out which one is an element and which one is a climatic control. Let the spin to wheel. So the word is
Wind.
wind. Wind is, what is wind?
element.
Very correct. Element.
Element.
Again, let's look.
Element.
Yes, element is the correct
Element.
answer. Correct answer. Let's spin the wheel again. Yes, latitude.
Latitude.
What is that?
Climatic control.
Climatic control.
Very
Climatic
correct.
control.
Clap for yourself. Rightly means answering. Climatic control. Again, let's spin. The next word is distance from sea.
Distance from sea.
Climatic control.
Yes, it is
Climatic
also
control.
a climatic control. And the next word is, it's temperature. What is that?
It is
Temperature.
Element.
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 And what is left? Precipitation.
Precipitation is also element.
It is also an element.
Precipitation
It is
is,
also an element.
yes, very correct. All of you have answered so correctly. I'm very happy that everything whatever I discussed, everything you are able to understand. I guess so. So homework for you. This PDF which is I have already downloaded from this Tata Classes content, and this PDF file I will share in your class WhatsApp group, and all of you will go through that. Each and every question already it is being discussed, and still you need to go one by one. And this is a question bank for you. Your especially pre-annual exam is approaching. So what you will do, any difficulty in any of the question, you will tell me one by one. Already it is known what is India's climate type, or everything you know. I will not discuss. It is your homework. It will be shared and you will answer. I am just, what is the total number of question here? Just you check. This is here. Around 22 questions are there. So you will do it at home and you will ask me your doubts. It will be shared. And another homework for you. Homework for you, just it will be right on your screens. So just you see 4 sticky notes are there. First is tips, learn the taught portion thoroughly and get your doubts clarified in the next class. Everybody will go through the chapters Any doubts you have, you'll ask me in the next class. Then quickly note down this homework. These 3 questions, note down in your copies. Compare weather with climate. List the elements of weather and climate. Describe the 6 climatic controls. These 3 questions you will write in your homework copies. I hope everybody will able to write. Then as I told, practice the question given in the question bank in PDF format. And your subject enrichment activity is your map skill. On an outline map of India, you locate and label the states of India which is lying in the tropical area and which is lying in the subtropical area. This you need to do in your classwork copy. This subject enrichment activity will be in the classwork copy, and homework, there's 3 questions you need to write in the homework copy. Rest you go through and discuss your doubt with me in the next class. So that just all of you, I'll say that believe in yourself and keep on dreaming and never give up. Okay, so thank you all. Bye bye everyone.